Okay, welcome back. We're going to dive back into the center management tool, and I'm going to continue to show you around, show you all the benefits. And right now we're just going to focus on our classrooms and how to manage them and the different ways to manage them. So here we go. So right now we're going to jump into our early preschool classroom. So for us, these are our 3-year-olds. Up here on the top, I've called it early preschool. You can manipulate lots of things in here to make it fit your needs. I mean, we could call this a 3-year-old classroom. So typically this is 3 to 3 1/4, our younger 3-year-olds. And then our next classroom is about 3 1/2 to 4 1/4. And again, there's always overlap, right? Because children are not built with cookie cutters. And some are more ready to move to older classrooms. Some need to hang in there. This classroom for us is a classroom that children, it's our potty training classroom, along with our 2s if they're ready. And so let me focus on our left side here. I've mentioned this previously, but the kiddos that are red are not potty trained and not trying. Kiddos that are yellow are in the process, and those that are clear with no color in their cell are fully potty trained. And that's significant to us because our rate changes from our 2-year-old rate, which is 41 to 37, $4 discount when they're 3 years old and potty trained. And again, for our program, if they're 2 years old and potty trained, they're still paying that 2-year-old rate. Again, if that's insignificant to you, the potty training, and you don't need to track it, you don't want to track it, then just take it off, just like that. Okay? All right. So these kiddos over here on the with the color on the left, if you recall, we have we want to color them when they're ready to move up to the next room. So it looks like Hiltrude was purple, and then we moved her up. Now she can come off of purple. For my benefit, I'll leave it purple just for a little bit, just so I remember, hey, they just moved up. And now it's nice and clean, and I can see that Sean and Christian are ready to move up when I have room in my next classroom. So again, working together, take yourself out of this equation. If you ever want to get out of your center, you're going to need to pick a system. And my goal and hope for you is you choose this system because you can use this training. And then I will help your administrative assistant learn this. You don't have to spend 50 hours like I am doing to try to retrain them. Okay, so that's the goal. And you can clean up some of this process, right? You can change has not been paid orange if you like, but I'm going to change it back to yellow for consistency. All right. Okay, let's talk about some more stuff here. Effie, purple. What does that mean? That means we're having current communication with the parent. And another way to use this model and track is you can either drop the communication here. You can put it in the log in the notes and just say talking about shift change and possibly dropping Mondays. Okay, I can also copy that. If you don't want to put all that there, you could drop it right in the middle here. So I'm going to right click right on the middle of their Monday, and I'm going to hit comment, and I'm going to drop that comment right there. Okay, so now I can clean it off of here because the staff don't need to look at that. But I can see this little tiny, I don't know what that's called, that triangle up in the corner, and I can hover and I can read that comment. And then let's say I talk to mom again and I want to edit this comment and say should know about Mondays on 10/15/21 and hit reply. And now all of my notes are right here. The idea here is that everything you need for your center is in one place. You open it up and you can see everything. You don't have to run reports. You don't have to go into different queues. You manage everything right in one platform Again, I still have ProCare software, and we do our billing and stuff on there too. But this is this is where we work on a regular basis. Okay. So I really like dropping comments in here for sure. So it looks like Mitchell has added these Thursdays. I'm going to clean this up a little bit here. Mom wants to move Wednesday to Friday. Oh, looks like she's already done that. Fall wants to add Friday. Looks like she's done that. Moving up to early preschool October 1st. Okay, that's relevant. We'll leave that on there. Start date. So once these kiddos have started, I'll clean these up. Confirm Tuesday, Thursday with mom. Okay. Sure. We'll say we still need to do that. Starting, and again, so like when I pencil someone in, let's say I penciled Sheridan because I took her phone call. Then what I might do is I might say, okay, we're starting 8/9. She's going to make a deposit on 7/28. So let's say it was July 26th when I took this phone call. She says, I won't be able to get into town and whatever, make a deposit until this day. So I'll make that note on the side over there. Why? So that my admin assistant knows that, hey, okay, this is the date that we're holding that spot till. Okay. Once Monday through Thursday. So Juana wants Monday through Thursday. Well, I've already indicated that with the green here, so I can go ahead and take that off. I don't need that redundancy. Okay. Now again, why do I have these comments here? Well, some of them are relevant to staff. And remember, when my staff get their weekly printout, this is what they get over here on the right side. Okay, they just get Monday through Friday. They get the names, the total of children down here, and any comments I want them to see. They also get to see how old they are. So they get to see the 3.3, 3.3, 3.8, 3.4, 2.8. Okay, good to know. I've got a 2-year-old in that classroom. All right. Okay, what else can I walk you through in here? Let's let me show you a little bit about transitioning of different children. So let's say that Katrina, okay, here in the red, and let's say she's potty trained so we can see her better. And I'm gonna highlight her for your sake right now so you know who I'm talking about. So Katrina, let's say she ends up going to our local elementary school next door. So this is my coding, S for Shellady Elementary. I'm gonna shrink that font size down just because I don't want it to stand out too much above her name. So Shellady, and PS for preschool, which means she's going to go to preschool on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now the preschool is in the morning. My local elementary school always puts my kids in their morning preschool classroom so that we can drop them all off at once and pick them all up at once. We actually have 7 kiddos right now in this model that are at the local elementary school in their morning preschool. These are children with special needs, with high risk, that are receiving services there. So when Katrina comes to us in the morning for breakfast, say she gets dropped off at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to make sure I hold her a spot between this 6 and 9. Think of elementary school starting from 9 to 4, okay? She comes for breakfast. Then we're going to take her to school at 8:45. So she's gone now from 9 to noon. Okay? So we're going to pick her up at 11:45. Make sense? Then we're going to feed her lunch. And then she's here for nap and here till about 4 o'clock. Because she has an older sibling, Casey, let's say. And mom picks up Katrina at 4 o'clock and Casey at 4 because Casey gets done with elementary school. Maybe Casey's a second grader. What this does, it allows me to enroll a new child if we just focus on Katrina. Okay? I want to isolate Katrina for you so you look at nothing else. Okay? So now we're looking at Katrina. 4 days a week. 7 o'clock she shows up. Leaves at 8:45. Absent for that morning preschool, back at 11:45 for lunch, afternoon, and then gone. Okay? So I have someone that calls and they want just a preschool class. They don't need childcare. Okay? And we're going to, this person is going to be Lana Lincoln. Okay? So I put Lana in here. What does this green over here stand for? Well, whatever you want it to. Oh, Dojo. So I get Lana in Dojo, and then we just recolor that blue. Okay? New kiddo, so I need to do a few things. Also, it's yellow here. I need to ask them about their income for our food program, and they find out that they have a pretty significant income, so I'm going to put a C in there so I know they're paid, not qualified for higher reimbursements. I'm going to put her birthday in there. We're going to put, today's her birthday. We're going to put 9/12/17. She's 4 years old. Okay. And let's see. Lana's going to start tomorrow on 9/13. On my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, babe. That's all I have to do. I'm done with the schedule. Now I just have to plug in what her schedule is. I'm done with adding her to the roster. And she's going to come in the morning for a 3-hour preschool program with us. Okay? Let me eliminate this down here for a second. Okay? So, go back to Katrina, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, but she's absent in the middle of the day. If you look at the bottom here, we've got accounting for her in the morning, lunch, afternoon, but she's not here for our morning 3-hour preschool class or after school because she gets picked up with Casey at 4 o'clock. That gives me the opportunity to drop Lana in, or Lana, and now you can see I've got one spot reserved from 7 to 4, Monday through Thursday. How do you track that in your program? How do you track that? Okay. Now, I am going to undo everything I just did. Here's what's beautiful about Google. Watch this. I'm going to take it all the way back to there. If you goof up, just hit the back arrow, the undo up here. Okay, or Control Z. I don't use Control Z very often. All right. Let me show you a couple do's and don'ts. All right. Let's say that Lana's coming back in. Okay. We need to copy this row 37 where it says copy and insert above. Okay. It's very important. For example, if I right click and hit insert above, okay, I have a blank area in here. You'll notice I don't have any formulas in here. So if I put in here Lana Lincoln, and I can put in that C in here, and I can put in her schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday. And I can put in her birthday. And I can put in her start date. What happened? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay. Do you notice that the age isn't tracked? And that's where that super important formula is involved in. You'll also notice that when I scroll over to the right, her name doesn't appear here under Katrina for my staff. You see, because there's formulas in here. So it's really important that you copy this line right here, number 38, and paste it in there where you want her to go. So I'm going to insert another row real quick. I'm going to copy that one. I'm going to paste it in here, and now I'm ready to go. Now I can actually take this. I could copy that row down. I could copy her birthday down. Ooh, pretty cool, huh? I can copy her date of birth, her start date down. I'm going to delete the old one. And guess what? We're up and running. We're up and running. We fixed that. Okay? So just remember, if you're having trouble with the birthdays, that it's probably the fact that someone didn't copy this row and paste it in there and then add her information. Okay? Because you'll also know that, guess what? Right over here. There's our girl. Right underneath Katrina. Okay? All right, let me show you real quick the print function. I think this is significant, good to look at. So when I hit print and I hit next, it's going to have some headers and stuff. So there's going to be pages like, well, what's page 1? Well, I don't print that. I don't print this page 2 for my staff either. Okay, I'm going to print just this page right here for them. So they're going to get page 8 only. So if I were to print it, I'd go custom page 8. And then they've got their names of their kids. Remember, I didn't manage any of that. I didn't type Lana's name on there. It automatically did that. Okay? And they've got notes. And if I move my border just a little bit, they'll be able to have their ages on there as well. Okay? Not critical for staff, but sometimes they do like that. That's simple. Let me show you what the rule is here on this. What this formula here says. The equals if open count if open F1 to J1 comma space 1 close greater all the. Here's what that says is that it says if there's a 1 somewhere between 6 a.m. on Friday and 6 p.m. on Friday, copy whatever is in D11, which is their name, and put it in that cell here. That's what that's saying. Technically, put it in the Friday cell, right? Over here for Friday for Irene. Does that make sense? So that's the formula that's sitting over here, okay? Here's a cleanup tool. If for some reason some of these aren't working and the formulas are gone, I've just deleted all the formulas for all these cells. It's not a big deal. Just like Excel, Google Sheets, you can copy a range. I just copied Irene, Monday through Friday. And I'm going to come down here to David, and I'm going to come all the way to the bottom of this class, all the way down to the bottom here. And I'm going to paste it. So what I just did is I pasted the formula, Monday through Friday, into that entire class and cleaned it all up. Okay? I cleaned it up. If there's some kind of a rule change and somebody does something weird over here, I changed the letters, the color. I'll copy Vicky, and I'm going to paste it right over Juana. And it took it back to the font. Took everybody back to the font. So there's some real simple copy and paste rules that'll help get you back on track. All right. So Sharon, mom came in, paid the deposit. Okay, so I'm going to take those notes out. And I need to take it back from yellow back to the traditional color. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll find a schedule that looks identical, and Jonathan's looks identical to me, except for looks like he's here late Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to paste that in there, and I'm going to delete that Wednesday afternoon. And now I can see, and everybody else in my organization can see that mom's paid for Sharon. All right. Do you see that Christy's not bold? Well, now she is. Control B for bold. Back there. Let's jump into a preschool classroom. So this classroom here, let's say the ages are 3.5 to 4.25. It's just a general, it helps my new staff member go, okay, how old are these kids, give or take, okay? That's why it's really important when you take an enrollment call, you ask them when their birthday is, because you want to know when they turned 3. Because they might be in early preschool, they might be a younger 3, they might be in preschool, maybe an older 3. Even our pre-K, we'll put in here, 4 to 5, but I might have an older 3 that's grew up in preschool because maybe my younger classes are full, and I might enroll them in that pre-K class. I'll probably have them come in for that tour and observe that child first to make sure that I feel like they're gonna be successful in that older classroom. Okay. Let's look at some numbers here toward the bottom. I'm going to clean up this right here. Okay. So it looks like Walter is wanting to extend his Friday. See it? And so this is that early release Friday for us, so we have school agers back, so our classrooms get a little full. And so I told them that, hey, I don't have that availability right now, but I'll put a watch on it for you. And I'll know that if it drops, those numbers drop down a little bit, then we'll be in good shape. Okay, 4, 5, let's go 16. That's a little old. Let's go 15. Now we got his birthday date in here, and formula's all clean up. Okay, what is the purple for? Well, it means there's some parent communication going on. Okay, let's say I've handled all that. I'm just going to bring that back to regular colors. Let's make sure Judith is bold. Kathy Gibbs, why is this purple here? Well, let's say that Kathy was going to go to a different school for preschool possibly. Okay. Again, I like kind of cleaning this up just a little bit. I can see that she's at Rimrock Preschool, and I'm holding a spot here real quick. Oh, there you go, Rimrock, AM Preschool tentative. There's my notes. Okay. And this child actually didn't end up going to the preschool. They did not get in. So in that case, I'm going to remove the purple out of there. And I'm just copying one of the, I just copied a blue one and pasted it in there. Now I'm going to copy a white one. It's just quick for me to do that. Otherwise, I could come up here and hit. There's multiple ways to do the same thing. So whatever works for you. Okay. Here we've got every other week. This is really rare that I enroll a child like this, but this is a Monday, Friday. Siblings have been with us for a long time, so Dave and his sibling, they come every other Monday and every other Friday, but they pay for the Fridays and Mondays that they're not with us. So they're holding that spot on those days. Okay. They were going to drop in on a Wednesday. So that's why I kind of put green on there, just so I saw that. And I might put over here, drop in on 10/15. Pretend that's a Wednesday. And so I remember that that's happening. Okay. What else over here? So you're going to see, let's find some kiddos like Dave here. Dave would be a scenario where Dave would probably go into Shelody Preschool, because you see that Dave does not have a space holder in that morning on those 3 days. And that gives me an opportunity to drop a child in like Ruth Ann on Monday, Wednesday, or Jason on Tuesday. Do you see that? Because my focus is really down here on the bottom and all these numbers, right? This room is licensed for 24, so I want to get 24 in that peak, right? Technically throughout the entire day. Okay, so that is our focus and attempt. Okay, what else can we get here? I've got Jace probably also going to preschool. Do you see this? I've got several kiddos actually this year. This was our roster at one point as we're getting ready or jumping into the first year. As you can see, starting August 11th, that's passed. I'll clean all this up, clean this up. Same for summer. S4S was our tracking for that. S4S or S4F, same for fall. So when a parent confirms with us that they're going to confirm that they're going to keep their schedule, we'll note that. In fact, here's a good trick. There's so much tracking that you can create in here. Let's say that it's July 1st and I'm trying to get ready for my fall. Okay. I'm going to show you a snippet of this, and then I'll cover this in more detail in another video. I'm going to unbold these names. I'm going to make a copy of this roster, and I'm going to put on here, this is going to be fall 2021 let's simplify this. Let's call this CMT, Center Management Tool, roster demo. So this is for fall. And let's say that we were going to do this on July 1. Okay. So now I'm going to, here I've got a brand new roster. Okay. Here is the original right here. Nothing's changed. And here's my fall one. Okay. And I'm going to go through and unbold all my kiddos. Why am I doing this? I want to know whose schedules are changing with the new school year. Okay? That's what I want to know. How do you keep track of that? There's a lot to manage. We have 120 kids we see every week. Do you think some of their schedules are changing when school starts up? Heck yeah, they are. Because some of my kids are going, everybody's full day with me in the summertime. Now they're going to be rolling into preschool at different elementaries. They're going to kindergarten. Some are going to first, second, third grade, for example. And then as I confirm with my parents, I'll simply bold them. That means that Clayton's parents confirm his schedule is still Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I might put over here, same for fall. Okay. Technically, if I bold them, and that's my clue, I don't have to put this same for fall over here. And as Patricia confirms with me, and Dave and Teresa confirms, and Raymond and Lydia, I will bold them, and I'll know that I've got them confirmed. Okay. All right. Here was one, Jacquelina, I guess. Jacquina. Jeanette created these names for me, so I love it. But I don't know how to pronounce them all. She wants Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday preschool. And as I'm not getting everybody confirmed all the same day, of course, I may see if they're flexible. If they're flexible on what day. So I might put in here flex. And then communicate start date on August 10th or 11th, because for us this year, our grade school went back on August 9th on a Monday. And then our kindergartners didn't go back until Wednesday, the 11th. And so I still have my kindergartners full days for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday they went back. So I would make notes of, okay, I'll confirm which date we could start, or we could just start on Wednesday, the 11th. Again, where are you tracking all this? Where you can look in one spot for one classroom and see everything. That is the idea of this center management tool. You're managing your whole center with one tool. All right. This is kind of a good wrap up. I'll just keep focusing on changing over from fall or summer to fall. And we do the same thing from the spring at the end of a school year to our summer as we have new kids. I'll also work with our staff. Jazzy is definitely not 3 years old in a 1-year-old room. But I'll also work with our staff as these kids are turning 2, and we'll identify which ones are going to be moving up. Okay? Remember this? So what will happen is that when fall moves up, these guys will slide up to the next room. Because in another month or whatever, let's say that they're going to be turning 2 years old. So I can grab these 2 kiddos, and I can grab them and I can move them up to the next room, just like that. And I can re-alphabetize them. And let's get Todd down here. E, F, G, H, G, H. Do you do that? And then I go, okay, this little one needs to go up to early preschool. So what I'm doing is I'm creating my rosters ahead of time so I know exactly who's going to be where, who's going to be in that classroom. And look, Christy just got older. So now Christy's going to move up. And what does this do for me? This allows me to see what availability I have. Let's say that Selena's moving up too. Let's say she's a little bit older. Okay. Double click on this cell. Look, there's a calendar right in their birthday. Do you remember me telling you this? Okay. So all 3 of these guys are going to move up out of here. Okay. So I'm going to grab them. I'm going to delete this right now. This was truly what happened before those guys moved up. Okay. And I'm going to grab them, select all 3 of those. Okay. I'm going to move them down here out of the classroom. And now I have availability. I can see my actual availability. Look at Todd 1 now. I've got a 4, 3, 4, 4, and 3. So what do I have? I have a Tuesday, Friday available. And I have a Monday through Friday available. Got it? So now I'm going to go to my wait list. I'm going to try to find a Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to try to find a Monday through Friday. Okay? I'll do a whole new training. This is a good teaser, hopefully. I'll do a whole new training on transitioning your roster from one classroom to another. But for now, that's a wrap, baby. Thanks, YBS. All right, guys. I hope you followed, learned a bunch of stuff, some mechanics, as well as management. All right. Have a marvelous day. That's a wrap.